Fame, success, and wealth lose all meaning when they are powerless against a life-threatening disease. In this video, we look at 8 well-known celebrities who are battling severe illnesses and may be facing the final chapter of their lives. Number 1. Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond became one of the most beloved figures in American music history, creating timeless hits like Sweet Caroline and Cracklin' Rosie. Now 84, the legendary singer-songwriter sold more than 130 million records worldwide during a career that spanned decades, leaving an undeniable mark on generations of fans. In January 2018, Diamond delivered heartbreaking news that shocked his audience around the world. Just weeks before his 77th birthday and in the middle of his 50th anniversary tour, he announced that he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's is a progressive neurological disorder that slowly damages the brain cells responsible for controlling movement. As these cells deteriorate, the brain produces less dopamine, a chemical essential for smooth, coordinated motion. This leads to tremors, muscle stiffness, slowed movement, and balance issues. The disease worsens over time, and there is no cure. Following the diagnosis, Diamond made the difficult decision to retire from touring, expressing deep reluctance and disappointment as he stepped away from live performances. For years after, he struggled emotionally with what the diagnosis meant for his life and career. In a 2023 interview, Diamond admitted that he spent the first year or two in complete denial. He revealed that only recently had he begun to truly accept his condition, acknowledging that he simply was not ready to face the reality of it before. Although he no longer performs on stage, Diamond continues to live with the lasting impact of a disease that permanently changed the course of his life. His music remains a powerful legacy, even as he quietly battles a condition that took away the one thing that defined him most. Number 2. Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate has spent more than 40 years building a respected career in the entertainment industry. Now 53, the actress gained global recognition as Kelly Bundy on Married with Children, a role she played for a decade. More recently, she earned critical praise for her performance in Dead to Me, which brought her multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations. In August 2021, while filming the final season of Dead to Me, Applegate publicly revealed she had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. MS is a progressive autoimmune disease where the body's immune system attacks myelin, the protective layer surrounding nerve fibers in the brain and spinal cord. As this damage increases, communication between the brain and body breaks down, leading to symptoms such as overwhelming fatigue, muscle weakness, loss of coordination, numbness, and vision impairment. There is currently no cure. Medical scans later revealed approximately 30 lesions in her brain. During a March 2024 interview on Good Morning America, Applegate spoke candidly about her condition, saying she feels as though she is living in hell. She explained that severe nerve pain and spasms often leave her screaming while lying in bed. The disease has now spread to her hands, making it difficult for her to hold a phone or even open bottles. She admitted that isolation has become her coping mechanism, avoiding public outings because daily activities are physically exhausting and emotionally draining. Due to her worsening condition, Applegate has stated she will likely never return to acting on camera. However, she remains active through her Messy podcast, where she openly discusses the realities of living with multiple sclerosis alongside fellow actress Jamie Lynn Sigler. Number 3. Eric Dane. Eric Dane became one of television's most recognizable faces through his role as Dr. Mark McSteamy Sloan on Grey's Anatomy. From 2006 to 2012, his 6-season run turned him into a household name. Now 52, Dane continued expanding his career with major roles in The Last Ship and HBO's Euphoria, proving his staying power across multiple hit series. In April 2025, Dane revealed devastating news that stunned fans around the world. He announced that he had been diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, better known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS is a fatal neurological disorder that attacks the nerve cells responsible for controlling voluntary muscle movement in the brain and spinal cord. Over time, it gradually strips patients of the ability to move, speak, and eventually breathe. There is no cure, and most people survive only 2 to 5 years after symptoms first appear. Dane's symptoms began quietly in early 2024, starting with weakness in his right hand. At first, he brushed it off, assuming he had simply been texting too much. After 9 months of medical appointments and testing, specialists delivered the life-altering diagnosis. By June 2025, he had completely lost the use of his right arm and hand. By September, his speech became noticeably slurred. A month later, he required a wheelchair. That same September, he missed the Emmy Awards after being hospitalized to receive stitches for a head injury. Speaking about his condition, Dane admitted that within a few months, he expects to lose the use of his left hand as well. He acknowledged that while he continues to fight as hard as he can, much of the disease remains beyond his control. Despite the rapid progression of ALS, Dane has continued filming Euphoria and has become an advocate for increased ALS research funding. Determined to keep going for as long as possible, he remains committed to fighting until the very end. Number 4. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams became one of the most influential and recognizable voices in American media through her bold, unfiltered style. Now 61, she first rose to fame as a controversial radio shock jock before launching The Wendy Williams Show in 2008. The program ran for 13 seasons and grew into one of daytime television's most-watched talk shows. Known for her catchphrase, "How you doing?" Williams built her brand on fearless celebrity commentary and unapologetic honesty. In February 2024, her representatives released a heartbreaking statement revealing that Williams had been diagnosed in 2023 with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative brain disease caused by the gradual loss of nerve cells in the frontal and temporal lobes, the areas that control personality, behavior, and language. Primary progressive aphasia is a specific subtype that severely affects communication, slowly damaging the ability to speak, read, write, and understand language. The condition worsens over time, and there is no cure. According to court filings submitted in November 2024, Williams' legal guardian described her as cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. However, Williams has strongly pushed back against that characterization. During a January 2025 appearance on The Breakfast Club, she insisted, "I am not cognitively impaired." She also described living in a New York care facility as feeling like a prison. Since 2022, Williams has been under court-appointed guardianship, a legal arrangement that gives others control over both her personal life and financial decisions. While the disease continues to progress, Williams has not stopped fighting for her voice, publicly challenging her diagnosis and the restrictions placed on her life as she navigates a condition that continues to take more from her each day. Number 5. Selma Blair. Selma Blair built a successful Hollywood career with standout roles in films such as Cruel Intentions, Legally Blonde, and the Hellboy franchise. Now 53, she was a familiar face throughout the early 2000s, known for her versatility and emotionally intense performances. Behind the scenes, however, Blair was quietly battling a condition she did not yet understand. In October 2018, Blair publicly revealed that she had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She later discovered that she had likely been living with the disease for years without knowing it. During that time, she experienced extreme exhaustion that made even simple daily tasks feel impossible. Her handwriting grew smaller and more difficult to control. She frequently dropped objects, and she often lost her balance and fell. At times, she could not feel her hips or her left leg at all. The pain became unbearable. Blair has described lying in bed screaming from the intensity of it. She admitted that during her darkest moments, she struggled to cope and felt dismissed by doctors who did not take her symptoms seriously. The emotional toll was just as devastating as the physical one, leaving her unsure of how she would continue living her life. In 2019, desperate for relief, Blair underwent a stem cell transplant, an aggressive procedure designed to reset the immune system. The treatment placed her into remission by 2021. However, in September 2025, Blair revealed that she had suffered another relapse that went unnoticed for some time. She now undergoes treatment multiple times each year and receives regular MRI scans. While Blair has returned to select acting roles and experiences periods of improvement, she remains under constant medical supervision. Multiple sclerosis is a lifelong condition, and she continues managing its unpredictable progression with resilience and determination. Number 6. Dustin Diamond. For more than a decade, audiences watched Dustin Diamond bring the nerdy and lovable character Screech to life on Saved by the Bell. The role became inseparable from the actor himself, making Diamond instantly recognizable to an entire generation that grew up watching the hit teen sitcom throughout the late 1980s and 1990s. He was just 44 years old when his life took a tragic turn. In mid-January 2021, Diamond was diagnosed with stage 4 small cell carcinoma, a highly aggressive form of lung cancer. While this type of cancer is most commonly found in smokers, Diamond had never smoked. Nearly a year earlier, he had noticed a lump on his neck, but delayed seeking medical care. Reports later suggested he feared intense public attention if he went to the hospital. By the time doctors evaluated him, the cancer had already spread extensively throughout his body. Small cell carcinoma is known for its rapid growth and ability to spread to other organs before symptoms become severe enough to demand immediate medical attention. Diamond was hospitalized in Florida after experiencing widespread pain across his entire body. Doctors began chemotherapy right away in an attempt to slow the disease's progression. Despite treatment, his condition declined quickly over the following weeks. Just 3 weeks after receiving his diagnosis, on February 1st, 2021, Dustin Diamond passed away at his home in Cape Coral, Florida. His girlfriend and a close friend were with him at the time. He was only 44 years old. His representative later stated that the cancer advanced with brutal speed, but emphasized that Diamond did not endure prolonged suffering in his final moments. Number 7. Brad Arnold. Writing hit songs came naturally to Brad Arnold from a young age. He famously wrote Kryptonite during a high school math class at just 15 years old, a track that would launch 3 doors down into mainstream success. Now 46, Arnold has spent decades leading the Mississippi-based rock band through platinum albums and sold-out tours across the United States. In May 2025, Arnold shared deeply troubling news with fans through a video message. Weeks earlier, he had begun feeling unwell and went to the hospital for medical testing. Doctors discovered that he had clear cell renal carcinoma, an aggressive form of kidney cancer that had already spread to his lung. The diagnosis was stage 4, meaning the cancer had metastasized beyond its original location. Arnold explained that clear cell renal carcinoma is especially dangerous because it often shows few or no symptoms until it reaches advanced stages, making early detection extremely difficult. Following the diagnosis, he immediately canceled the band's summer tour so he could focus entirely on treatment. Despite the severity of his condition, Arnold expressed unwavering faith during his announcement, stating that he was not afraid and believed strongly in divine intervention. 2 months later, he shared an update suggesting there had been some improvement. Although he remains under close medical supervision, doctors continue to carefully monitor both the cancer's progression and his response to treatment. Determined to keep fighting, Arnold leans heavily on his faith and the support of his wife, Jennifer, as well as the loyalty of longtime fans. He remains focused on pushing forward, facing the battle with resilience and hope. Number 8. Linda Ronstadt. Decades of chart-topping hits turned Linda Ronstadt into one of the most successful female vocalists in American music history. Now 79, she earned 11 Grammy Awards and sold more than 100 million albums worldwide. Throughout her legendary career, Ronstadt effortlessly moved between rock, country, opera, and traditional Mexican music, showcasing a versatility few artists have ever matched. In 2013, Ronstadt announced that she could no longer sing. At first, she was told she had Parkinson's disease. Doctors later determined that her condition was actually progressive supranuclear palsy, a rare and aggressive neurological disorder that destroys brain cells responsible for thinking, movement, and coordination. While it mimics symptoms of both Parkinson's and dementia, the disease progresses more quickly and has no effective treatment. For Ronstadt, the diagnosis meant losing the powerful voice that defined her identity. The condition affects her constantly. Music plays endlessly in her mind, but she has no control over which songs appear. Often, her brain selects music she dislikes, replaying it relentlessly. The experience has been described as both frustrating and emotionally exhausting. In February 2024, Ronstadt's health declined significantly after she contracted COVID-19 for the second time. She temporarily lost her ability to speak and suffered severe hearing loss that doctors believe may be permanent. With intensive therapy and round-the-clock care, she was able to regain some speech. Communication remains difficult, and she now requires assistance with daily activities and uses a wheelchair when traveling. Despite the relentless progression of her illness, Ronstadt continues to raise awareness for neurological diseases from her home near San Francisco, using her voice in a new way after losing the one that made her famous.